Good morning. It's a weekly vlog, so prepare for this video. I don't know, this video could be like an hour. We've had to upgrade Mark's laptop, we've had to upgrade our internet because these long videos otherwise take a very long time to process and a very long time to upload. So we've made the changes. We can go long. We're going long. It's Monday and we had such a nice weekend. Like it was a bit of a grey, nondescript weekend, like weather-wise. But we had some friends come to stay with us. Ralph is obsessed with them. He loves them. They're like his favourite people when they come to stay because they just play with him so much and they read him books before bed and they get involved in like the bedtime routine, and it's actually really, really cute. It's so lovely like hanging out with them. And we went out with our other friends on Saturday and we went to Tuto. You know we love Tuto, one of my favourite places. So we had an outstanding lunch. We just went all out. We were like, this never happens. Ralph was with my mum and dad. My friends put their kid in childcare. Like we just were able to have one of those lunches that kind of like goes on for quite a while and you're able to finish every single conversation. And it was so nice. It was so, so lovely. So we did that on Saturday and then we came back, played trains. Obviously, we set up like the biggest, we basically used every single piece of brio track that we have and just made like this ridiculously long brio track. And oh my word, Ralph has played with it all weekend. Oh, it's just been me and Mark was like, we need to leave this track up. I'm like, we can leave this track up for months. Like he's playing, we played with him on it. He kept himself entertained with it. Like, oh my gosh, it was great. So a lot of train playing, like honestly, here's a little special skill you didn't know I have. Like I know every single Thomas the Tank Engine character, even the B list, do you know what I mean? Like Lady is obviously my favorite, but even the side characters, like we know them all in this family. Honestly, this tinted moisturizer, the NARS one, the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, I use it in the shade Alaska. Like it's one of those ones you put it on, you need the tiniest bit, you're a bit like, doesn't really like it's doing anything, and then you just look back like 30 seconds later and you're like, yeah, okay, it's done what I need to do. I have been thinking about Black Friday and like what's going to be on my shopping list, because I do think it is a good time to stock up on like expensive things that you use all year round. On my list is the Revitalash Sensitive Lash Serum because 2 weekends in a row people have complimented my eyelashes and been like, my friend this weekend actually thought she was like, oh, well, they're like extensions. And I was like, no. I mean, they don't look much now because I haven't even curled them. But like when I do the whole routine, yeah, my friend's been very complimentary, which has been very nice. So last year I bought, I can't remember if it was 2 tubes of it or 3 tubes of it. Like it was an investment for sure. But it's lasted me all year. Like I'm still using that 3rd tube. So there you go, random tangent. But yeah, our friends left quite early on Sunday. Which meant that me, Mark and Ralph just actually took the day to ourselves. I've been thinking about this a lot recently, that actually at the weekend I really need, you want to fill the day, right? You want to like fill the day and make plans, and obviously you want to see everybody and like hang out with your friends and your family. But actually I just need some time, just the 3 of us. My Aura Ring, maybe this video I'll do my like little mini Aura Ring review, because I think I've had it for almost 60 days. You need to wear it for 60 days, like 24 hours a day basically, to get the data on it that will help you with like your cycle, and it will tell you like whereabouts you are in your cycle. And I think when I checked it was like cycle data in 5 days. So that means I've almost had it 60 days. And one thing that I've really noticed with it is my stress levels. Like I might not necessarily feel stressed, but then I'll look back and I'll be like, oh, so today was quite a stressful day. And I think I'm quite a extroverted introvert, if that makes sense. Like I love hosting, I love having people around. I love like being social with my friends, but it definitely like puts me in a more like stressed state than if it's just like me, Mark and Ralph in the house. So on Sunday, we just chilled. And it was so nice. We went to the park. We just sort of, yeah, I don't know, like it's hard to fight against that feeling of like needing to do something. Like there's always washing to put away or dinner to prep, or there's always something to do. And so quite often one of us will be like doing that thing. Like one of us will be like getting ready for the day, like having a shower or putting washing away, like doing ironing, like all those sorts of bits and bobs. But actually when it's just like the 3 of us hanging out, that's the best time. That's enriching for the soul. That's like what I want to do more of. So it was really nice. Just like laid on the floor. I read my Waitrose newspaper. The boys played trains and it was really lovely. So it was nice to have that very decompressing day. Okay, and then that is the lashes once they are done. I feel like for some people it's their brows that is like the time consuming thing. For me it's my eyelashes. I mean, to be fair, some days I'd say like I'm wearing mascara maybe 3 days a week. Most of the time I'll just like curl my eyelashes and be done. And I am going to get a lash lift in December. I'm going to treat myself again because it'll be fun just to not have to do that step. But the key is Revitalash serum, only in the evenings. I don't do mornings as well, but only in the evenings because it's expensive. Then I go to town with the Stewart eyelash curlers. Then I use the Beauty Pie Perfect Waterproof Mascara, kind of quite lightly through the lashes. And then I just use a clean spoolie to get any excess out in more of this like central area and try and like curl them out a bit. I love them. I'm so chuffed with them at the moment. And then lips. We are good to go. Oh, I know what I was going to say as well. I'm so obsessed with De from Glossier. It is, out of all the new perfumes that have come out recently, that one to me is perfect. And it's so autumnal and cozy and a little bit sexy, but not super strong. It's like the wintry fragrance out of all the ones that I have. I was gonna be like, guys, like it's the one, but I forgot that Glossier, I think they always tend to do 20%, if not 25% for Black Friday. And I feel like they've done 30% before. I don't have any secret intel knowledge, sadly, but I'm like, they probably will do Black Friday again this year because they tend to do it. And so let's hold your horses on that one. Pop it on the wish list. So my big chunk of today is going to be spent shooting something really fun for Joseph, which is so cool. I've never worked with them before and they got in touch and wanted to do a Substack with me, which is so cool. I love it when brands like take a punt or something a bit different, something a bit new. It's obviously like the newest platform that I have. So I'm putting together a piece for them all about coats. I mean, hello, this coat is stunning. So I've got 3 of their coats, styling them into 3 different outfits. And Mark and I are going to go out and shoot. And then I'm going to come back, collate it all, write the post. And yeah, I'm so, honestly, this is like one that I'm so excited about. I'm like, oh, this is just the dream to be working with really, really cool brands and ultimately just having a lot of fun doing it, to be quite honest with you. I'm like, this is such a lovely coat. So I've got 3 ones. I've got this, I mean, I've never owned a shearling coat before, but we've got a lovely shearling number and I love that it's reversible as well. You can have it on the leather side or the shearling side. And then this one might be my favorite actually. Sorry, you can't even see me right now. This, when this arrived, I was like, yeah, okay, I think this is a cashmere blend one. And again, I'm not sure I have that either. So, and I love this like little checkerboard situation going on. So I will, hopefully the post has gone live, hopefully by the time this video goes live, and I will link it down below for you and it'll be free for everybody to read. So take a look. Okay, this is the aftermath. Oh gosh. This is the aftermath of shooting. Okay, right, I need to sort this out now. I feel like the secret to efficient tidying is a good song. My TikTok at the moment, honestly, that app just perplexes me in so many ways. And I do delete TikTok and Instagram off of my phone at like midday on a Friday and I re-upload them on a Monday. I haven't actually re-uploaded Instagram yet today because otherwise I will just sit and scroll on them all weekend, which is like not good for the old brain and the family time. But when I do go on TikTok, it's serving me this guy taking his top off to a cover of Blue Cantrell Breathe. I don't know if this is you as well. I think he's a comedian actor and he's in this TV show called The English Teacher, I want to say, and the marketing is working. Like it's making me, I was like, maybe we should watch that show. I think in the UK it's on Disney Plus. But every time Mark looks over, it's just this random guy taking his top off and like dancing in the street. Like if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But he's got a new song that he's dancing to and taking his top off to. And it's a Gracie Abrams song, and call me old, but who is Gracie Abrams? She is new to me. Is she a Nepo baby? I feel like she's dating Paul Mescal. All I know about her is she's dating Paul Mescal. She wears crop tops a lot and I think she's a Nepo baby. But this song, I think it's called That's So True. Yeah, it's good. I like it. I'm gonna stick this on and put it on repeat like 3 times and tidy the room. What did I say? 3 times exactly. Room looking far better. Okay, time for some lunch. Okay, that is hot. This is not pretty, but after fueling myself basically on yum yums for the last 2 weeks, I'm like, right, okay, we're going to actually nourish our bodies this week. So I tried to make an omelette. It doesn't look a bit like an omelette. Let's call it a hash. I didn't have any fresh broccoli, so I used our emergency freezer broccoli. So I've got broccoli, tomatoes. We randomly had some shallots, so I cut those up, made them really small. And then I made some like really, really crispy bacon and put that in, a little bit of cheese, some eggs, and then like all the seasonings, salt, pepper, a bit of garlic powder. I think that's gonna taste good. It doesn't look good, but I think it'll taste good. Okay, this is dinner for tonight. A leftover chili from yesterday, rice, broccoli, and then a bit of random guacamole on the side. I don't know, it's Ralph's favourite, he likes it. So there you go. Wow, this is a good look for me. But you know what? I'm up, I'm showered, and I don't know, I just woke up feeling very on it today. So I'm doing some walking work, which you would have just seen. Hopefully you can hear me over me just like thumping along. Maybe I'll try and be more delicate. But I've got a very at-home week, which is really nice. My November is pretty packed in terms of what I need to get done. So it's nice to really feel like I have the time to do it and not feel super rushed. So I was up and at 'em. It was like 6:30 when I was getting my laptop out. It's 10 o'clock now. I've already managed to get a good couple of hours in, but I was like, you know what, instead of sitting on my butt and doing emails and doing admin, I've got a few lookbooks to do today. I'm gonna get up and move my body. Oh, do you know what is fun? Last night I put my Christmas gift guide live. I'll link it right at the top of the description box because basically this took me like a week's worth of evenings to do. It was so fun, like putting together little collages, and I've done this giveaway. I've never done a giveaway like this before. I've done a giveaway for paid subscribers to the Wardrobe Edit, my Substack. It's so good. If you've been a bit on the fence, you're a bit like, I want to subscribe, but I just need that little push. This could be a little push because let me tell you, this is a 4-figure giveaway. This is like over £1,000. I wanted to like reinvest some of the Substack earnings into the subscribers and give back to you. And I'll show you a picture, but it's unreal. Okay, here is the post, and you've got all the collages. Like every single person in your life is catered for here. Every single budget is catered for here. But if we scroll down, wait, there it is. There it is. This. This is the giveaway. If you want to be in with a chance to win this, you just need to be a paid subscriber. That's it. If you're a paid subscriber, you're entered. But yeah, how unreal. Like so many of my favorite things, like the Current Body mask, Soho Home dressing gown, this little like Majuri case, my favorite diptyque candle, my Space and K makeup bag. I just tried to pick like all my favorite things basically. So yeah, one lucky reader will be winning all of this, which is mad, but also very deserved. Thank you for your support on there. And yeah, I was so chuffed to finally put that live because it'd been like a good week in the works. So hopefully that sorts you out for all of your present buying. So many comments already are like, yes, I just sorted out my husband's gift. Thank you so much. So hopefully it's helpful. Quick little outfit of the day because I feel like I've finally nailed my working from home uniform, and it basically just includes big chunky knit with either like knitted trouser, loose trouser, just like any type of elasticated waistband pair of trousers, to be honest with you. And these are from Mango, and this top is from Totem. I've had this years now. And then I think the key is like a house shoe slipper situation. These are from Ancient Greek Sandals, but there's a pair of burgundy ready suede loafers that I'm looking at on Vinted. I'm just a pair of like kind of nice shoes, but you're just reserving for at-home wear. I think that's the secret to really, I don't know, nailing like an at-home uniform that doesn't just feel like pajamas. Do not get me wrong. Once dinner is consumed, I will be getting into pajamas. And then I think you've got to do jewelry, for me anyway, like my watch, my rings, my earrings. Once I've got this on, I'm like, I could leave the house if I needed to. I can answer the door and not feel embarrassed. But ultimately, I'm wearing what is essentially knitted pajamas and I feel very comfortable to do my work. So there you go. Mark just went to go and pick up Ralph and we forgot that it is bonfire night and he's having a little party with his friends. And Mark was like, I couldn't pick him up. Like he didn't even realize I was there. He was sat in a circle, like having a hot chocolate. Oh my gosh. And then they were going to do like sparklers or something. We're like, you know what? It's totally fine. We'll leave him there. We'll go pick him up in a bit. But actually, that gives me time to show you something. Something I've really wanted to show you. It's socks. It is socks. But I had a bit of a sock rejig because, I mean, I love these socks. These are from Le Bon Shop and they have lasted so well. I bought these back when I was living with my parents, when me and Mark were like, oh, yeah, there you go. When we were living between our flat and this house, and we lived with my parents for a couple of months. I think it was then. I just had like a real rejig of all of my underwear and like bought loads of socks and bought lots of pants. I don't know. Something in me just obviously wanted to feel organized in that moment of like complete chaos in our lives. So I bought a lot of bras and socks and pants. And yeah, as you can see, a lot of those socks, they've done really well. I mean, I wear them all winter long. I don't have a ton of socks. They do get cycled through a lot. I also throw them all in the tumble dryer. Like I'm not particularly too careful with them. And I'd say like 5 years of wear. I'm pretty chuffed with that. But there were a few ones that I think I linked them in the newsletter actually and was just like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. Pair number one. I mean, I'm not going to do a try on of socks. Pair number one, these are from Mango and these are cashmere socks. Love a cashmere sock. I will say they are delicate. Cashmere socks on me anyway, I'm quite heavy on my feet, so they'll always get holes in relative like quicker than my other pairs of socks. So these are more like special occasion. These are going to be more of a one-off, but I just loved the colour. Like it's obviously very dark right now, so it's not really doing it justice, but they're really similar to my totem jumper. In fact, they are practically the same. Look at that, Mango. You need to bring these out in a jumper. Everyone would love that. But I thought it'd be fun. I had a pair of red socks from last year, and I just think it's kind of fun as someone who doesn't experiment with colour or wear colour super often in their wardrobe. I think it's quite fun to have socks. So those were the cashmere pair, but then there were just a pair, I think they were just called like ribbed socks on Mango, and I picked up some grey ones, some kind of more greyish ones. I've worn these ones already. And then I think I had some cream ones, but I think I wore these yesterday, and then also some burgundy ones. So there you go. My burgundy socks up close. I'll link them all down below for you. But just having nice socks that you're not embarrassed to get your feet out when you're around someone else's house. You know, when you're like, oh gosh, now I need to take off my socks. And I've definitely got a hole in these. I was at that point, I'd never really like invested in socks prior to me buying the Le Bon Shop ones a couple of years ago. So yeah, and also they're a really good way of, if you're like me and you've got quite a lot of loafers and like ballet flats, I just would always wear boots all winter long. I didn't even really realise there was another option, but having socks like this means that you can wear things like your loafers and your ballet flats all year round and also just make them a bit more of a statement. And then today, this arrived with these. I think it was these two. No, it was these two. I'm getting confused. They all look the same. It was a pack of 2 from White Company, a like chocolate brown pair, and then a nice like kind of natural pair. So they're all squished. It's not folding socks, just like the most satisfying thing. I love it. They're from White Company, and White Company to me is always on my Christmas list. It's like a pair of White Company socks. That's it. That's literally on my Christmas list is. And I treated myself. So I'm really super happy with those as well. They are so soft, perhaps even softer than the Mango ones. So there you go. Sock haul. We were just laughing because mine and Mark's energy levels could not be more different at different times of the day. I'm like, it gets to like, I don't know, 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I am like, I'm on it. I've already like started my day 2 hours ago. You're an afternoon guy.
I'm a night owl. I get it.
He'll fit like everything he needs to do into like the final hour of his day.
That's true.
It's true. I mean, it's what works for you. That's fine.
You got to go with your energy, right?
Exactly. Mark is making a curry paste. I'll link this down below for you. It was so good. This chickpea curry, you make a curry paste from scratch, which I've never really done before, but Mark said it was super easy, and I'm really loving the sheer amount of garlic in this.
Supposed to be 18. Feels a bit excessive. I'm doubling it up. So
that's the level of garlic that I like. So yeah, Mark is busy doing that. That's for tomorrow. He's just getting ahead with dinner tomorrow because he's busy all day. So that means that our dinner tomorrow is sorted, which is great. Thanks for those. And then today is like kind of this is like one of our go-to, we're feeling a bit lazy and we just want something really quick and easy dinners. Is there more broccoli?
But we're having peas as well.
All right. Leftover broccoli. I was like, well, okay, that's like one floret each. We're gonna have some peas. So basically our idea is to put like as much greenery as we can with it, and then fish fingers, and then in here, potato wedges. So there you go, that's our like quick, easy, one of our like go-tos, and it's got greenery, but it's just like convenience food, you know? It smells so good in here right now. So that's our dinner tonight. Fish and chips at home, you know? When I was younger, I was always like, oh my God, fish and chips at home. Like, you want like the real deal, but now I'm an adult, I'm like, no, this is what happens, right? We will see you tomorrow. Before the day can get started, you have to do the opening shift. And in today's edition of I'm working from home again. So I'm wearing a wide leg, elasticated waistband trouser and a really comfy oversized knit. I mean, both of these are things I've had for a really long time actually. This Totem knit was secondhand on Vestiaire. I'll see if I can find some similar ones and link them down below for you. But yeah, I've had this ages. One of my best buys, I would never get rid of this. And then these Arket silky trousers. It's making me think, I think I need a pair of elasticated waist black trousers. I don't know if there is any, I mean, look at all of this. I do not need to expand my wardrobe any further, but if I was to, I do feel like elasticated waist bottoms are definitely a good way to go for like working home uniform for the winter. Today's plan, we actually have reduced childcare hours today. Excitingly, because my sister is back. Let me close the door, you probably hear the voice. If you're new around here, you probably don't know that my sister is just like an amazing world traveller who is like never in the UK, but always just like here, there and everywhere. And she is back. She's back for a couple of months, which is really fun. So Ralph gets to hang out with his auntie, which is really cool. But she's coming back today. My parents like picking her up and stuff. So they're just having Ralph for like the morning and then they're going to drop him back. So I'm basically going to try and get all of my filmy stuff, like anything that's like filming. That's the tricky thing to do when there's like a 3-year-old in the house. Admin, like laptopy stuff is a little bit easier to like squeeze in, but like filming and kind of quiet and calm. He also is like, what is this? Do you know what I mean? He's like, he wants to play with this. This is very fun to him. Understandably, it's pretty cool. So I'm going to try and shoot. I've got a reel that I want to shoot with this. I mean, I'm not wild about red lipstick these days, but if I was to do a red lipstick, it would be this. It's from Merit. I can't remember the shade. I'll write it and link it down below for you. But if you missed out on Aperitif, which was their Christmas lipstick, not last year, but the year before, they brought it out in part of this like limited edition set and they've never brought it back. But this is very, very similar. So if you missed out on that and you've always been like, oh, damn, this is a very good, like deep, rich, muted red, which according to my colour analysis is where I need to go with the red. So I really like, if I was to wear a red, it would be this one. So I want to do a little reel with that. I've got like a little Substack video to do. I've got a lookbook to do. I've got like, there's bits and bobs to do. So let's do them. Not my mum delivering freshly baked rock cakes. They're still warm. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to eat mine now. Giveaway prizes are being delivered. This one, Soho Home. The giveaway includes a Soho Home dressing gown. I do believe they're the best fleecy dressing gown. They're so nice. But a moment for this lip. Oh my word. I mean, I don't think I'm like a red everyday kind of girl, but this does make me think like special occasions, just want to change it up a bit, just want to add a little bit of red to my look. This. I think there's a few techniques that make it feel more wearable to me. Number one, I have to wear like something on the eyes. I've just got some of the Mob Beauty, the cream eyeshadow. I think it's in 115. I really hate the packaging. It falls out the packaging all the time. And when I was filming this reel, it actually got caught up my sleeve. Yeah, it's just, I don't like the packaging. If there was a way, does anyone know of any, I guess, probably not, but like I need just like a single decanter. I need to like decant it out into a palette, but I just need a single little like magnetic piece that I could fasten and put it in. I don't know, I have to have a think about that, but that would make me like that cream eyeshadow a lot more. But I think it needs some kind of cream eyeshadow, it needs some kind of mascara. I do think like eye makeup just helps to like balance out on me anyway. I personally like to look a little bit greasy, a little bit glowy, a little bit dewy. So I haven't powdered or anything, but I think that, I don't know, it just makes it feel fresher on me anyway. And then I think the key is I applied it and I basically like dabbed it on, like really gently dabbed it on. But even dabbing it on gently still just left, I don't know, like too much pigment on the lips for me. It still like looked very lipsticky. So I went in with a cotton bud and basically I took one side and took off a lot of product, actually like off of the lips. Then I turned it around and with the fresh side, I just went around the perimeter and really like blended in that perimeter so it didn't look, I don't know, it didn't look too sharp. There's like one way of doing a red lip, right? You can go like really sharp with it, or you can do something a bit more blended in like this. I wanted the more blended in look. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. I love it. I'm keeping it on till it wears off. Also, I feel like you guys really know that I'm a big fan of Robinson's Squashed. But I've come to the end of my stash. I'm gonna pick these up in WH Smith. They're called Water Drop. Tasty hydration, made simple. I mean, the packaging is cute. You kind of like open it up and there's little squash tablets. Please tell me that these are like biodegradable. I need to look into that because otherwise this will definitely not be a repurchase. It's like so wasteful to have a little bit of rubbish every time you eat a squash. And it's just a little cube and you put it in your water and it's like tasty hydration, I don't know, zero sugar, like added vitamins. I mean, really, water is the ultimate, right? But you know me, I just like it flavoured. I mean, I think it does taste quite like Robinson squash. It's a little bit like bitty, if you know what I mean? Like little bits like rise to the top, but you don't, it didn't taste textured at all. I don't know. Has anyone tried, basically I'm looking for like Robinson squash, but something that maybe has nutrients for me. If anyone has tried anything like that, let me know. Yeah, these like, they're not bad. I'm not like wowed. So yeah, any recommendations, I'm all ears. Sadly, the red lip had to come off for something that I was shooting, but I really want to make something tasty and nutritious and like warming for me and Mark for lunch. And I keep seeing it on my TikTok. It's like a warm grain salad. I just Googled the ingredients that I had and was like, can I make something out of what I've got here? So this is I'll put the recipe down below, kale sweet potato salad with farro and tahini sauce. I haven't got farro, but I think I'm going to make it with either some quinoa or like the Merchant Gourmet Glorious Grains. Let me show you, I've got some of those to use up. This one here or quinoa. But first I need to cook everything. So yeah, I don't know, I'm really in the mood for this. There's like a creamy tahini lemon dressing or something that sounds amazing. I think this recipe called for feta, which I don't currently have, but I could always run out and get some. And I thought it just seemed like the kind of thing that you could prep the night before. That's what I'm really looking for, is I don't really want to be making lunch in the middle of my day. I'm in flow, I've got things I need to be doing. But I figure if I make a really big batch, this could maybe last me and Mark 2 days. And if I get the hang of it, it might be something that I can make in the evenings and then it's ready to eat the next day. But I don't know, I was in the mood. I like having like tuna and, oh, where's it gone? I like having like tuna and rocket and then like a little bit of like seedy bread and some tomatoes. But the tomatoes are so horrendously out of season that I was like, I need to find a recipe that's a bit more in season and yeah, kind of what I fancy eating right now. So I'll show you the end result. Okay, you join me halfway through and I'm sorry, but this is just like one of the most satisfying culinary things. Also, this is not kale, it's cavolo nero, but it's totally fine. They're very similar and it will work in the same way. I've made many dressings. I've got a tahini dressing here. I ended up putting a bit of honey in that one. It was like a little bit too acidic. It had lemon juice and apple cider vinegar in it, and it just needed a bit of sweetness and a lot of saltiness to kind of balance it out. So I added that in, and then I've also made just like a balsamic, I'm not sure you're going to see that, a little oily balsamic kind of number in that. I put onions in with the sweet potato, so that's cooking in there. And overall, I mean, it's a bit faffy, I can't lie. This is not like, oh, I'm rustling this up in 10 minutes for my lunch. You have to cook stuff, you know, it takes time. But I think it's going to taste good. I think it'd be really good for dinner with like a fillet of salmon or something. gonna be very tasty. I'm sorry, but that just looks spectacular. Like that is autumn in a bowl right there. I've just done myself quite a small portion because I've got Pilates in a bit. So I think I might have a bit before and a bit after. I put some of the dressing on the top, and I forgot to say I did roast some chickpeas as well, just because I had some hanging around. I do think this would be outstanding with the feta. I think I'm gonna have to get some feta on the way back home just to have it after lunch. And I do think as well, like, imagine with pomegranate as well, nice little pomegranate seed in there. I love throwing pomegranate seeds into salads. They just add that nice fruitiness. I think some people have been doing it with like dried cranberries as well. So yeah, this looks incredible. Okay, it looks good, but does it actually taste good? I'll say it's worth the faff. I've been making it again. I've also seen people do this with sliced carrots, which is a really good way to use carrots up, because I don't know about you, but I've always got carrots hanging around. I'd say it's worth making that dressing. That dressing is really good. Bon appetit. I fear I just brushed over that then and was like, yeah, like, it's good. It's outstanding. It's so good. I'm going back for a second portion. I was like, even if this is gonna make me all like full during Pilates, I don't care. I need to eat this now. It's so good. Really, really good. I mean, you could use like any grain. That's a good thing. You could use like any yellow veg, any green veg, any kind of grain. It's outstanding. It's so good. So do you approve?
Yeah.
It's
delicious.
Good. Can I just say, this jumper on you?
That's because you bought it.
Outstanding.
This is your one.
It's so much better on you than it ever was on me. It looks so.
It's so nice.
You're like
I was a bit chilly. It's a bit chilly in the roof.
It is.
It gets a bit cold quite quick.
I'm just like, Also, we're in full-on craft mode with a welcome home banner for my sister. Oh my gosh, I was wondering. Oh, let's get those away. I was wondering what those are. This is my idea of like heaven. Like, I love doing this. I'm gonna sit here. Tonight and fill out every letter. I think I enjoy it more than Ralph. Okay, 2 important things to note. Something has happened to me. That lipstick yesterday shifted something in my brain chemistry because today I used aperitif. I mean, very, very, very lightly on my lips, just very, very lightly, but I just had on nothing. I just had on like a lip balm. It was like, I don't know, my lips are just feeling a bit too pale. So I took aperitif and I literally just went like this, like dab, 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 kind of pushed in. What's happening to me? I'm normally like, I don't really like wearing lip colour. But I don't know, something happened to me yesterday. I don't know, it just felt like I needed something. The hair is hairing. I have a job to shoot today and I was like standing in front of the sink being like, can I make my hair last another day? The answer is no. The answer was no, I couldn't. So I just had to do the whole thing from scratch. And then I just used this bad boy. Oh my gosh. This, and then my GHD straightener, which to be honest, I very rarely used this year, but like, it's just nice to have a straightener in the stash. If ever I'm doing curls and I can't really wait to do it naturally, like, and in the winter, it's a bit of a faff to do naturally. Like, my hair takes ages to dry and I get cold, and I don't know, it's more of a summer thing for me, but I want like a wavy texture. It's this, and it honestly takes 5 minutes. Maybe in the next video, I'll show you it, but I'll show you it before. It's fabulous. So hair is done, the hair is nice and clean. The job that we're shooting is a Waitrose job, which, I mean, I love shooting many jobs for many reasons, but a food job is always like, we are going to eat well today. We are going to eat so well today, which is really exciting. Ultimately, we have a lot of food to cook. Then we have to eat it. We just have to eat it. Like, it's wonderful. It's a great excuse to eat some really, really, really wonderful food. So, and it's Christmas food as well. Hence why I did a little bit of a lip. Mark and I actually shoot videos that Waitrose end up using. So you guys will see a reel on my Instagram, but then Mark and I will shoot videos that basically run as Waitrose ads. You might have seen them on YouTube. I was on Pinterest the other day, like scrolling through Pinterest, and I saw the last one that I did for the #1 range, and I was like, oh, okay, that's me. And then my friend Sammy the other day saw it on Instagram. So like, you might see these extra additional videos, which are really fun to make, but I always feel so much pressure when it's like for the brand, it's like for their channels, and it kind of goes outside of us. Do you know what I mean? I always feel like, okay, gotta get it right. So it's slightly more nerve-wracking than doing stuff for our channel, but it's a really fun string in our bow. string in our bow. Something different that we can offer to brands, which is cool. So we've got that to do today. The two, I've realised, I was like, two exciting updates, and then I didn't tell you the second one. So exciting update number one, we are wearing some form of lip colour. Like I mentioned yesterday, Aperitif was a limited edition shade. It is so similar to the one that I wore yesterday, like so similar. So I highly recommend that one instead of this if you don't happen to have this hanging around. Number two, the Martha Stewart documentary on Netflix is as good as everyone is saying. I'd say the ending is a little bit like, you wrap it up. You could have wrapped this up 10 minutes ago, but very interesting. And like Martha Stewart didn't really, I mean, maybe she did, and it's just because I'm like slightly younger, I don't know, or slightly younger, well, I'm 35, but maybe it just wasn't like for my generation. But I just feel like Martha Stewart didn't really like, she wasn't a household name in the UK. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. I feel like we were like Delia, Nigella, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I don't remember seeing anything about Martha Stewart growing up. I've only like learned about her as an adult and more through her friendship with Snoop Dogg, which I love and I'm completely here for. I love that he's in that's like part of a Netflix documentary, which is great. Like the fact that she is the first, she's the first self-made woman billionaire in America or the world, I can't remember, but like that's wild. That is completely wild. Her story is completely wild. And the fact that she was the original influencer. Like this whole thing is not new. It's been happening for many generations. Social media has given it like a new format and a new thing in that way. But this is not a new thing. She was like one of the OGs. She was like doing this before it was called this, you know? Really fascinating. That just made me think, if I was in university right now, I did psychology, and I can't even remember. I was trying to remember in the shower the title of my dissertation. I think it was called The Difference Between Remembering and Knowing. I could not tell you, for the life of me, I couldn't tell you what that was to do about. What it was to do about, like what was it about? I've got absolutely no idea. And I remember begging my professor at the time, I really wanted to do something around like consumer behaviors and branding. And they were just like, no, that's like not what we do here. No, that's not allowed. They if I was to redo the university experience, I went to the University of Nottingham and I loved it. Like, had the best experience, met some of the best people, obviously met Mark on like day one, you know, like I wouldn't change that for the world. Like, I might not have enjoyed my actual degree, but it was worth it for me for like the life experience and the people that I met there and all that kind of stuff. But if I was to do it all over again, I would love to do a degree in marketing. I feel like that's something that really fascinates me and truly interests me. And yeah, I'm like, that would be my dissertation title. Martha Stewart, the OG influencer. Can someone write a piece on this? Is there a log? I must have a Google because I'm sure someone's like done an article in the Atlantic or something. But I would just love to read about it. I found that side of the story really, really fascinating. And fascinating that she was so big and like such a household name. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I just had to this is really embarrassing. Any Americans watching this will be like, Anna. But I just had to Google. I thought Martha Stewart was something to do with Martha's Vineyard. They're two completely separate things. I think Martha's Vineyard is an island in Massachusetts. I don't know if I read that correctly earlier. I was just like, and then I found a Reddit thread of people who thought the same thing as me. So I've had to unlearn a few things this morning. But it was fun learning about Martha Stewart. Interesting lady. Now let's go shoot some fun stuff about food. The welcome home sign is up. I realised that we had some stickers and well, we had a great time. Ralph did this end, I did that end. You know what? I think it's turned out really well. I think my sister will love it. I spent some time yesterday putting this up. Obviously what we're shooting right now is Christmas themed, and I picked this up from White Company. I'll link it down below, and you know what? I'm so tempted to pick up another one so that we can have it go like the full distance. And maybe this will be part of our like Christmas decoration situation. Because I don't know, I've never done, well no, we did have this room done last winter, but it wasn't finished. I don't think all the carpentry was done in here. So this is our like first, I mean, it's still, guys, it's still not finished. Like the roof is still leaking in the corner and it won't be fixed until next May. It's fine, it's totally cool. We've made peace with it. Me and Mark have like worked out our plans, like our next round of renovation plans. And I think we're gonna take it a bit more chill than we thought. We were like, we could go all out, do this crazy extension on the side, or we could just like get around to like actually doing rooms, going like room by room by room, and sort of just having things as we want. We really want a new bed. Like, I don't know, instead of doing like a big building project, which obviously this was, I think we're done with our big building projects. We're obviously so happy with the end result, but it wasn't the most enjoyable experience. And I think we're like, you know what? This house is more than big enough for the three of us. Let's focus on like making each room exactly as we want it. How did I even get onto that? I don't know. Anyway, food. I've got some bits I need to put in the oven, but like these are the non-oveny bits. This Waitrose limoncello fizz panettone. I'm so excited to get that open. These are a bit of Mark. Mark's a real hot chocolate kind of guy, so he'll love those. He also likes, golden limoncello stollen bites. He's a stollen guy as well. He prefers these mince pies. He likes the crumble topped mince pies. I prefer the brown butter mince pies. These to me, there's two of those. Oh yeah. These to me are heaven. These to Mark are heaven. Yeah, like imagine if that was just going the whole way. I think that would look really good. I'd love to, maybe I'll wait for the sale. I know there's a really good Black Friday sale. Maybe I'll wait for the sale because I really love the idea of having it like going up our staircase as well. Like I just think that would look so Christmassy. I'd love like this in here. Okay, this is the dream. This in here, sorry, the hair is like, get out of the way. This going the full length, I think would be really Christmassy and nice. And then having it in the hallway, like going up the stairs would be lovely. And then like one to go over the fireplace in the front room. The dream, the dream. We just like have our Christmas tree and that's like it. I don't really do much else in terms of Christmas decorations, but I'm like, I don't know. I think that could look cool. Anyway, another thing I treated myself to, this big ass water bottle. It's like, twice, no, it's not twice the size of my head, it is the size of my head. It's called the Free Sip, and I think this first came recommended to me. You know that I love Who Weekly. I love Who Weekly. I'm a few episodes behind at the moment. I got really up to date with it and had to start listening to other podcasts because they put out 2 episodes a week and then a Patreon episode a week, and like each episode is like easily over an hour. So like me and my podcast listening, that's it. Like that's all I've got time for. So I just listen to Who Weekly and nothing else. I think Lindsay from Who Weekly first recommended this water bottle in like maybe a Christmas gift guide last year. And then ever since then, it's just, I've seen it like more and more and more. I've just seen it like cropping up. So I think you do this. Ugh, yeah, and then that. Cool. And I can't remember, someone else mentioned it the other day and I was like, right, okay, that's it. I've seen this water bottle everywhere. What have I been using? I've been using the Mirror Water one and I really like it, but it is quite small. I don't know, I'm a guzzler when it comes to, I will say water, but you know that it's squash really. And this one, I can't remember what size, 32 ounce, 945 milliliters. This is almost a litre. And I just like the idea of just having this and then walking around the house with it, and it's my water bottle basically for the day. And I think it's called Free Sip because when you put this down, this locks it, that like unlocks it. And then in here, you can either sip it out of the straw here or like guzzle it out. I don't know, as if we need options, but maybe we do. I like the colorway of this one too. It comes in like lots of cool colorways, so I'll link it down below for you. I thought this could be a good good Christmas gift as well. I like to have different options in my water bottles. Like this is my kind of like at home going on a long journey water bottle, but then I like to have smaller ones to like throw in my handbag. I don't know, you just like to have options, right? Anyway, I'm gonna call this a day here because I have watched this vlog back already from Monday to Wednesday, and it's quite long. It's really quite long, and we're about to eat. I'm really, really looking forward to having that salad again for lunch. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I actually had more when I got back from Pilates yesterday, and I did get some feta on the way home, and I did get some salmon on the way home as well, so we can have it with a salmon fillet today. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to that. I hope you enjoyed this weekly vlog. Next week is going to be a weekly vlog as well, I think. There's more weekly vlogs coming your way, so hopefully you enjoyed this. I hope you had a good week. Sending all the love and good vibes your way, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I know I said
Oh,
you just got crushed. I know I said I'd finish the vlog, but my word. I know I said I'd finish the vlog, but my word. Okay, I've had a prawn toast, but I haven't had a carbonara.
Oh, so good.
How much do you think I'm going to love it on a scale of 1 to 10? Oh, so crispy. Oh my god.
Delicious.
This is the best part of having a food truck. This is lunch. Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.